Yo, Dylan, I'm going to take us on a little bit of a detour right now, just responding to Crystal, who's watching. What's up, Crystal? She's saying that you're a brilliant communicator and she'd love to see you express your ideas on Illuvium. I know you mentioned Illuvium before. I'd love to, just get your thoughts on that before we jump back on the rails of Fat Cats, just because I do want to show support to our people in chat, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it as well. So thank you, Crystal, for watching. Stick around. We're doing a giveaway later on. I'm going to get Dylan to ask you guys a question. Dylan does not know this yet, so I'm telling him now. Dylan, I'm going to get you to ask a question to our audience, and you can pick the best answer. It can be a serious question. It can be a fun question. It can be something like crypto related.
Yeah.
And we're just going to give them $100. But anyway, back to what Crystal was asking you, man. What are your thoughts on Illuvium? And before we jump back onto the Fat Cats train.
Yeah, so full disclosure, Crown Capital put in around 120 ETH into Illuvium.
Okay.
We took quite a serious position. My stance on Illuvium is, okay, let's backtrack. My stance on the play-to-earn games, the blockbuster play-to-earn games, and I'm calling them that because I think Illuvium has become a pretty serious studio, along with Gala Games and Big Time and a few others. These are creators that are not just making a social game like breeding like CryptoKitties or Wolf Game. They're creating a game that really could appeal to the 3 billion active users around the world, right? And those 3 billion active users may be confrontational right now. They're like, fuck the blockchain, we don't need this stuff. But at the same time, they're all crypto savvy, and they've all been bitching for the last 2 decades about not owning their stuff. Okay, they hated that they can't sell their gold. They hate that they close in for terms of services. So they really do want to own their stuff, right? I think, for example, like the catalyst, one of the big catalysts will be, we know that everything's gone very PC. Okay, you're going to have a story where one of these big guilds, someone is going to say an N-word or something nasty. They're going to have the guild shut down. They're going to have the guild shut down, and then they're going to go, oh shit, that blockchain stuff makes sense. Because in a blockchain game, you can close my account. You can't take my stuff. If you close my account for terms of service violations, I can vote with my feet and sell out of this game.
Yeah.
Right?
So exactly.
I think that's going to be that missing point about property rights, right? You can tell me I can't come to your restaurant, but you can't just take my wallet. Right?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Property rights. You can block entry. It's your house. You can tell me I can't play this game. But all of these games have had these terms of service that basically say, we lock your account, we close your account, all your stuff is lost. That's not property rights.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think that is needed. We're going to need mainstream games that can appeal to these people. And I think Illuvium, with its high fidelity, with its Unreal Engine 5, with pushing the boundaries, is creating a game that is very, very much a contender to do so. I think the danger zone for Illuvium, and this is not for Illuvium only, it's for all the games, is twofold. Number one, tokenomics has not been solved because we've never really had real economies, right? Meaning we know what people like as a game, but because all of these economies, although they had huge amounts of gold and stuff, were not really real because you couldn't take the money out, we didn't have what's called real market interactions, right? Okay. So we don't yet know fully the understanding of the tokenomics. That's a very difficult one. Plus, your early investors are just that, investors, whereas a game to succeed needs collectors, players, and investors. So that's aspect number one. And then to be brief, the second big problem is, building on a blockchain, everything needs to be verified, everything needs to be confirmed. The frustration for people coming in, like, why can't I be player versus player? Why is this taking so long, et cetera, may be unacceptable for mass adoption. And so these are the two big hurdles. But I think the Warwick brothers are very grounded. They understand these hurdles, and they're fighters. They're willing to build and apologize and keep doing things, right? I think the way they handled the SILV crises was commendable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got a really good way to segue. So I'm gonna ask this one last question about Illuvium, and we can move on. But did you get involved with the land at all?
That's where we put the money.
That's where you put the money, right. Fair play. Did you guys get mega cities and whatnot, or?
Our stance was buy tier 4s and 3s at the lowest price we could get, and then start to go to the market because we're long-term focused. This wasn't a flip for us. We intend to run a mining colony. We can start to fill up the lands around because it was just too difficult to both focus on price and focus on trying to get a perfect 4.
Yeah.
So we bought in tier 4 around 15.8 ETH, but paid in
Nice.
SILV.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and we bought our SIV 14% below ETH. So we did great. We we got I think 6 of those, and then we got 3 tier 3s that we got in the 3 ETH, 3.2 ETH. So we were very happy with our purchase.
Thank you guys for watching. The full episode of Augment is sponsored by Illuvium, and you can find the link down below in the description. And if you want to watch more of these clips, you can check it out right over here.